Hi! Welcome to Fallout 4. We're getting all the recipes for Buddy the Drinkin' Robot, or the Drinkin' Buddy. The first time you head into Goodneighbour, I'm not going to show you where it is because that's something you want to explore for yourself. You might get this quest. You'll get the Drinking Buddy. He brews ice-cold beer every few days and can make some other beverages cold. Additional recipes can be found around the Commonwealth. He starts with ice-cold Gwinnett Pale, but there are 5 more you can get. You can also put Nuka-Cola, all types in there. Anyway, the first time you get into Goodneighbour, you will meet Finn. Ignore him and head over to the Hotel Rexford, which is one of the places Rufus hangs out. He'll be on the left just inside. While we're in here, we're going to grab a Live and Love magazine because it's right there and it'd kind of be stupid not to. But yeah, Rufus isn't there, so he's in the third rail. You're also going to need 2 stealth boys. I'll show you where one is. The other one you'll have to get for yourself. And I had loads, so you should be fine. Just poking corners, you'll come across them. Quite often they're in safes if your luck is high enough as well. But head to the third rail, it's the bar here. Head into the bathroom around here to the side, and into the far stall there's another Live and Love magazine. One is damage resistance, one's experience. That one's damage resistance, the other one is experience. But that is useful. And we're just going to grab them since they're there. Head down here, there we go. And then speak to Rufus. There he is, Rufus Rubens from the Hotel Rexford. The annoying thing about meeting him down here is he wants the woman to finish singing, and that's going to take a while. But there is the first of the recipes, so grab that. You're going to need a stealth boy, as I said. An easy one to grab is in Backstreet Apparel, right there, west of Goodneighbour. There's usually 1 raider and 2 machine gun turrets outside. Raider on the trailer, machine gun turret up there, and another one in the shopping basket. There. Once inside, you might want to sneak when you go in. There's a raider directly in front of you, so you can probably get a sneak attack on her, him, whichever one it turns out to be, and another one over to the right in the light. If you've got a silenced weapon, he won't see you when you kill his friend. Then head up here, there's a tripwire there, see that shotgun got me, and then around here there's a machine gun and a shopping trolley, shoot that. And then go around to the left, and the left again. Pick this blue door. As I said, you'll need to unlock novice doors. Like that, and then on the right, not the left, there is a stealth boy, so grab that. Anyway, use your stealth boy back in the third rail. There it is under aid for some reason, and then just crouch there until you're hidden. Snag the Gwinnett Pills recipe. Unfortunately, there's almost always someone sitting at that bar, so that it's otherwise impossible to hide, even with chameleon armor. Now you're going to have to wait for her to finish singing. Very, very boring. You can go in and see McCready in the back room, start that chain of things off if you like. Have a listen to that. Don't sit down and wait because she'll just start singing again when you come round. It won't do anything. You've just got to sit down and physically not do anything. It's actually better to go to sleep until daytime. But if you want to wait in there, wait till you hear the clapping and then you can talk to Rufus. Either way, if you choose to talk to him there or in the hotel, as I ended up doing, talk to him about anything.
What do you think of the place?
Doesn't matter what you say. He'll eventually talk about a job. So ask him what the job is. That'll be the second thing to talk to him about. There's 2 ways to get it. If you're in the bar, Charlie will jump in and do the conversation.
Which is where you.
But he's heard about this Drinkin' Buddy. You can save during conversations, so if you want to push the price up, save before each one. You can get it up from 100 to 400.
300 caps plus beer. Think you can get a whole.
So yeah, don't be afraid to quick save during that.
400 caps plus beer, but that's
all I can do. Okay,
Brewing
Rufus.
machine is in the basement of an old bar called the Shamrock.
Shamrock Taphouse, alright, cut off there. So I waited till daytime to do this. Head out of Goodneighbour and it's around here. If you want to pick up Drinking Buddy, I've put that quest in at the end. It's very long, very protracted, but not actually very interesting, so I will feature that at the end. But head around to the Shamrock Taphouse. There, and also don't want to put too many spoilers in for it. But you'll get Drinking Buddy in the basement after fighting a bunch of raiders, essentially.
Cold and refreshing. Do you know how long it's been since I had cold beer?
Very good. I appear to be operating at an optimal level. Shall we commence delivery to the Hotel Rexford?
So when you first speak to Buddy, when you first come into the Shamrock, head this way. Around here. Through the kitchen. And here, and just by this safe, there we go, slight change, is the holotape number 2. So including the one he's got in him, that's 3 we've got so far. There's the Shamrock Taphouse there. Now we're going to go directly south to the Gwinnett Brewery. See, from the Shamrock Taphouse all the way down there for the 4th recipe. But yeah, once you have to rescue Buddy, you've got to escort him out. Or you can send him to one of your settlements. But if you choose to send him to the Hotel Rexford, you're going to have to walk with him to make sure he doesn't get killed, which is pretty boring. But head around here, jump up onto that bar, up onto this truck, and up over there. There might be some super mutants over in that other building that you might need to deal with. That's into the main brewery. There's a magazine in there, but we don't need to go in there. We're just heading straight up to the roof. If you want to go through, feel free, but this is the quickest way to do it. I got distracted by those skirmishers. There's no need to actually fight them, but run around here, up these stairs, and there's a door in front of you, which is an advanced pick lock. Thankfully, we don't need to do that, and on the left is one that's barred. If you go round, I went round to see the first time where the if there was like a path in from underneath, but actually all you have to do is shoot the bar to open that. Anyway, then I got distracted by the vertibird. There's a duffel bag in there, so grab those bits and pieces if you want them, and a whole load of beer, so grab that too. But then in the terminal, which I completely forgot about because I went back to play with the vertibird and mutants, there, brewing systems. Now activate that terminal and then push X. You can see down there the button will flash up for you on the bottom to eject the holotape, and that's the Gwinnett Stout recipe. So that is 4 recipes we've got now, including the one in Buddy. Next up, we're going, if you find Goodneighbour and then go directly west and then up to the top of the where the river curls around to the south, there you'll find Beantown Brewery. Now where you fast travel in, there'll be a door here. There's another one on the other side that's locked, but the one around the back is open. In here there's a bit of a tough fight. You want to come through here. There's often a raider patrolling there. Another one will come towards you, and there's a guy called Tower Tom or something like that. There's a few more kicking around, so be aware of them coming in from behind. One usually comes up from the left or right as well, but there's Tower Tom. I got a critical hit with him, so that was quite nice. But be warned, this is quite a tough fight. If you're on survival, which I was, it's easy to run out of health. You can see I very nearly died there. And then Raider comes in from the side there, so watch out for that guy. And then it was just a question of picking off Tower Tom. There we go. And then so head over the bridge to where Tower Tom came out of, loot the bodies on the way, grab the ammo as a bare minimum and any bottle caps they have. I'm checking for mods as well. It's always good. You can retrofit mods, so if you find like a silenced weapon before you've got the right level of gun nut, you can pull the silencer off and stick it on something else. But there's a picket fences there, which is good. You can now build picket fencing at workshops if that's your thing. And then over here on the table is the 5th holotape, the Gwinnett Brew recipe. There we are. Hurrah. Now, head back out. We're done in here. And then we're going to fast travel to Diamond City Market. Yay! You know where this is, hopefully. Then turn around and head up towards the mayor's office, but don't go all the way up there. You want to head up here and you'll see a big sign for the Colonial Taphouse. I was going to show it from down below, but the sun was in my way. And I missed this place for ages. There's actually a little quest in there, but we're going to ignore that for now. There's so many little side quests around Diamond City, I've just been clearing them out. But the final brew recipe is there. So again, this is where you'll need the second stealth boy. That, or you're going to need to wait until this mission plays itself out and they'll move away. But yeah, so it's going to be easier to use a stealth boy there. But do hang around and finish that quest off. It's actually a kind of an interesting one, and there's some interesting but irrelevant implications down the line. Anyway, go interact with Buddy, give him the recipes. You might have to interact with him, like bring up the buy menu and then interact again while he's walking away. But you'll give him all the recipes. Also, if you give them to him just after you've picked him up, don't worry if they don't immediately appear. Anyway, once you've given him those, sleep for 24 hours. Or just go and do other stuff, right? Sleeping for 24 hours is rarely a good idea, but there we are. Gwinnett Ale, Gwinnett Brew, Gwinnett Lager, Gwinnett Pale, Gwinnett Pilsner, and Gwinnett Stout. And you'll see the ice cold Nuka Cherry, Nuka Cola, and Nuka Quantum that I put in there before. But they all do much the same, but he's just going to keep making them. So if you're planning like me on my next survival run to be drunk the whole time, this is a great one to do early, because the more recipes he has, the more beer he'll have for free. If you just want to make money, you can take it off him and sell him. But yeah, that's Buddy. So anyway, this is the Buddy mission, if you want to do that. Come around here, and you're going to have to walk to Shamrock Taphouse. Trust me, even if you've got the fast travel open, you still want to walk. Because what you want to do is clear out all these guys on the way. There's always some super mutants here on the right. And then as you head up this way, there's a few ways you can get there. And actually we should have followed Buddy's route, which is where you just go straight down there. But I like going up this pathway here. I actually don't know why I bothered, but I think the last time I came here there were a couple of legendary guys up here, and they killed Buddy. which can happen, so be careful. When you're walking him back, he can die. So I was just clearing like a wide berth. But yeah, there were a couple of legendary guys up here fighting a synth. So I wanted to get rid of them, but you know, when you come back the next time, they're not legendary. But do be aware that those guys can exist. Anyway, carry on up here, and then there's a blue thing up here to the right. You can come up here, drop down, and then turn to the left, not the right, this way. Head down here, past the bank, around to the right, up here. And yeah, actually we've just come from exactly where we were before, but this is a slightly easier approach because you can stealth in on these gun turrets. There's a whole bunch of gunners around here. And then just beyond them, some Mirelurks as well. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, gunners are a tough proposition when you're low level. I've been investing mostly points in settlement related stuff. And non-useful skills, so actually my combat, everything's leveled above me. My AP isn't great, my strength is awful, my endurance is nothing, so I've got no health. It's all a bit of a mess, really. My next character I kind of know a bit more about how I'm going to build, so I'll do a video on that as well. But that was a sneak attack for 2 damage. Ninja is a great perk to take early on as well. But I digress. Here are the Mirelurks. If you've got a shotgun, now's the time to break that out. If you've got Rifleman up so it ignores armour, that's another great time to do it now. But I'm just using my combat rifle, which is foolish. There we go, there's the shotgun out now. And back to there, just shot that. Anyway, once you're there, that's the Shamrock Taphouse there. Head inside. This is quite a tough fight again. There actually turned out to be a whole bunch of raiders there. Quick save before you go in or just after, either way. And I'm getting more experience for discovering locations because of Piper's perk. Watch for the tin cans here, grab both of them. It's experience and it's really lightweight steel. Now there's a chap up here, or sometimes a lady. There we go, so kill that one. And then there's 3 or 4 up above, and one of them is called, I was about to say Tao Tom, but it's not Tao Tom. Watch out for grenading yourself in the face, that's obviously not very smart. There's a raider there who's a little bit confused. He's come down to see us, but he's pointed the wrong way. What's this guy's name? Caps? Caffey? Kurediga? Gaff. There we go, I knew it was something like that. But he's got a lot of health and stim packs, so unless you take him down quickly, he's going to heal up. You'll see in a minute I get his health down quite far. And then he uses a stim pack. Gimp. There we go, yeah, it's just started to go up there. Anyway, yeah, that can be quite a tricky fight. You might just want to run around the side and take him front on. I've just sped it up here, which is why that thing's looking like a machine gun. And I don't know why I'm using laser on him either. I thought he had like a metal cage armour on, so it would do more damage. Because metal is weaker against energy weapons. Switch back to the pistol. And again about to die. And he popped his head round, so tried to shoot him, but somehow managed to miss almost every round. Good times. Hey Gaff. There we go. One more, but he shouldn't be a problem. Now, in here there's a mini nuke there on that table. Then in this back room here is, what's there? The Shamrock Taphouse key, which is useful if you don't have master lockpicking yet. You're going to want to grab that. It opens the safe, apart from anything else. But after you've got the nuker, the mini nuke, you can get some combat knives off that guy, and he might have some other bits and pieces. Then come around here and down, and you'll come into this games room here. There is a Vault-Tec lunchbox on the table, so grab that. Sometimes that spits out robot models, if that's your thing. And then you can see better with the lights off here. This is a really sneaky magazine, total hack in the mannequin's hand. And that one lets you control spotlights, so when you're hacking a terminal connected to spotlights, insert a holotape, insert the hacking subroutines, and you can play with them. It's kind of fun. But then around here through the kitchen in the back, there we are, as we saw before, there's the Gwinnett lager recipe. And there's that safe that you can pick. No, because we just picked up the key, so clearly it doesn't unlock that safe. Anyway, what it does, I think, is allow you to get down here. This is where Buddy is, here in the basement. And then up here, if you can't crack the terminal, is the Drinkin Buddy password, which will unlock the terminal down there. There's also a bunch of mole rats, so watch out for them. There should be 6 or 7, I think, and only 2 appeared, so I was a bit dubious about that. I was like, where are the rest of them? And waited here a little while. But eventually went over to activate Buddy. You can see Drinkin Buddy password unlocks it. And then access him. He's actually got some defences and you can trade with him, as I touched on before.
Detecting brewing subroutines. Holotape detected for Gwinnett Pale Ale.
So he's already got the one built in, and then we got the other 5. So there was 1 in Diamond Thingy, 1 in Goodneighbour, and then 3 in different breweries. So now you can either send him to the Hotel Rexford, or you can send him to one of your locations. Here he is fighting. So if you do trade with him, don't take his ammo, otherwise his weapons won't work. But he kills all those mobs very, very easily. But yeah, he can die. He'll regenerate all his health immediately after he's out of combat. But in any combat situation, where he's in combat for a fixed amount of time, he can die.
Hey, buddy.
En route to location.
And yeah, again, if you give him the recipes now, they won't. So the drinking buddy there, they won't show up immediately until you've actually handed him in somewhere or told him to go somewhere. But yeah, head up out here, and he will walk slowly with you. But if you choose to send him somewhere, you can send him to any of your settlements. To set parameter home at this time. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Very good. Please.
So yeah, any of your where you're not like full on settlers, obviously, I send him to the slog and then sleep for 24 hours, and then when you go and have a chat to him, or sleep for 24 hours, he'll turn up. It takes him a while to get there. And you'll see that you can interact with him as normal. Anyway, if you choose to escort him, you'll have to come out this way, over that ramp. He will come down here. Quick save often is my best piece of advice here. And then you've basically got a slow walk with him down here. So if you haven't killed all the Mirelurks, if you haven't killed all the Raiders, if you haven't killed all the Gunners, they're going to open up on him very, very quickly. Thankfully, there wasn't too much combat initially, but here are some more super mutants. There's a little doggy up there. Hello, doggy. And again, quick save just before the combat starts proper, because I've had times here where you get like a legendary super mutant bruiser or whatever, and he just comes up and smacks Buddy in the face with a super sledge, and Buddy explodes in death. But once you're past there, you'll see we're back around to where we took the detour at the beginning. And I did actually take the worst route, didn't I, looking back? But you'll meet some ghouls as well. Buddy's actually really good with ghouls, as long as he doesn't get swarmed because of his flamer. He can hit multiples of them at the same time. But eventually, you'll make your way through here. You get the general idea. Yeah, but it is a little bit boring. Once you're in there, you'll have to wait for him to walk across Goodneighbour and get into the hotel, but when you get there...
What the heck is this thing?
You can just call me Buddy. I am here to provide entertainment and ice cold libations.
I'm gonna store my vodka.
Get it set up over at the bar down my door.
So just to reiterate, you find his recipes. One's in him, one's in the Third Rail in Goodneighbour, one's in the Colonial Taphouse in Diamond City, one is in the Shamrock Taphouse, one's in the Beantown Brewery, and one is in the Gwinnett Brewery? Let's call it the Gwinnett Brewery. Anyway, that's it for now. On the left, Hot Rod Pink, because that's the best, and on the right, Walden Pond, because why not? That's it for now. See you in the next video. Bye.